All right, so I just wanted to describe a couple of the ideas from the book to you guys from chapter 1, section 1 and 2 that I think you need to focus on. So first one is the difference between direct and indirect democracy. So first of all, you must know that democracy means rule by the people. Democracy means rule by the people. Democracy means rule by the people. You must know that. Two kinds of democracy the book describes. You got direct democracy and indirect democracy. So direct democracy, everybody votes on every issue. So if you had the kids in your grade, or say the kids in the school, if every kid voted on every issue, that would be direct democracy. If you pick people, one person from each grade, to go to some kind of student council, that's indirect democracy. That means you pick people to make the decisions for you indirectly. Direct democracy, everybody votes on every issue. Okay, the United States has an indirect democracy because we elect people to make the decisions for us. Congress people, presidents, etc. So we're indirect. Once in a while, we'll have a direct democracy thing. Those are called referendum votes. So like when you get your ballot, when you vote, there might be a question on there that says, do you want to spend X amount of money, whatever that is, to fund a school in Black Duck? Something like that. Or, so one of the popular ones now is, do you want to legalize marijuana or something like that? It'll be on your ballot. That's a direct democracy thing. But mostly the United States is indirect democracy. So direct and indirect democracy. The other thing is the different government types the book goes through. So democracy, rule by the people. Then you have a dictatorship, and a dictatorship and an autocracy are very similar. You have like one person or a few people that have absolute power. That means they have the power to make all the decisions that they want, whatever they want. They can't be stopped. That's more of a dictatorship. So you have an autocracy is when one person makes all those decisions. That's an autocrat. So it'd be like Hitler or Stalin or something like that. That's an autocracy, A-U-T-O, autocracy, autocracy. Then you have an oligarchy, kind of a funny word. Oligarchy means a small group of people makes the decisions. So you have an autocracy, one person, oligarchy, a small group of people. Okay. Then you have the idea that different areas of a country have the power. So here, let me see if I can show you this here. So when you have a unitary government, okay, a unitary government, what that means is that basically the power in the government is in the central government. So that would be like Washington, D.C. has all the power. The states have no power. These little things would be like the states. Okay. So if all the power is in the middle, right, then that would be a unitary government. Weak local governments, okay, that would be like small countries like Cuba or something. A small country, the middle makes all the decisions. Okay. That's unitary. Then you have the opposite of that, where the central government is really weak. Look how tiny the central government is here. Okay, so the central government is weak, and the local governments are the big ones. Okay, so the states would have all the power. That would be a confederate government, much like the Confederate States of America back in the Civil War. They didn't want the central government to tell them what to do. They didn't want Washington, D.C. to tell them that they couldn't have slavery. So they started the Confederate States of America, if you remember the Civil War. So that's a confederate type of government where the power is in the local units and the central government is weak, opposite from a unitary government. Then, of course, what if it's balanced? If it's balanced, that's like a federal system where it's more equal, where the central government makes some decisions and the local governments or state governments in the United States case, they have power too. So right now we sit in Black Duck in class, and we are underneath Minnesota law. We pay Minnesota tax, significant Minnesota tax, and we're under the federal law, and we pay significant federal tax. We have state cops, we have federal cops. In the unitary countries, they only have country cops, have, FBI or something. So this is more balanced. This is what the U.S. has, federal system. Okay, so those are some of the important points. I want you to make sure that you know those. So study those closely and watch this video a few times if you need to. So, all right, that's it.